Today I'm going to be reading Act 2 of Eisha and the Wishing Star. Yesterday I read Act 1, and we got introduced to a little bit of the intro. Act 2 focuses more on the villains, per se. So there's a little taste. If you want to give like a little timeline-wise of where we are on like the original movie-wise, I would say like right before the wishing ceremony. This entire scene that is written in Act 2 was previously a deleted scene in the original, and I just add some of my own taste to it, and basically it's very much like the deleted scene, more or less. So that's what we're going to be doing today, reading Act 2. So let's get straight into that. Okay. During that night at the castle, just before the ceremony, King Augustus and Queen Amaya were practicing magic in a secret room under the king's study. So, to give you guys a little description, if you guys remember, like, way back a year ago, if you ever went and saw Wish, there was this, in the deleted scene, the secret room is a little bit different, but underneath the king's study, he uses magic to, like, I make a book that opens this stuff. My Wi-Fi froze up. So I make it a book that he opens to use everything. But underneath the king's study is like a secret room. I'll show you what it looks like. I wonder if actually anybody has actually uploaded a picture for this. Why is Zelda popping up? Okay, it doesn't have a picture for the king's study. If I could describe it to you. I don't know. It's very much like a secret lair. I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about, unless everyone has forgotten Wish, which is probably a good thing because like the movie is such an atrocity. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. If you don't, let me know in the comments down below. It's just a secret room underneath the king's study. There are stairs that go down to it. There's like vials of potions scattered on the side. There might even be like the king's secret magic forbidden book. So that's another thing. I also don't use the dark magic book. It's hinted in the background as, but it's more like a reference to the Evil Queen's sorcery book. It's not really like an actual thing that turns him evil like in the original. I didn't like that really. Okay, let's just start. Okay, so King Augustus reaches his hand out towards the star. I feel your pull. My heart rumbles with such hunger. Turns around to Amaya. Amaya, darling, did you hear me? I am impatient. I heard you. I'm coming, and lucky for you, I am devilishly good with a pair of tweezers. Amaya walks towards King Augustus, holding the potion. Her cat Churro follows behind her, purring. Zugbrug. It's rather quite weak, but alright. 2 scales of a mermaid's tail, the clipped wings of a fairy, the last breath from an elder dragon, and the horn of a unicorn. My hands the potion to King Augustus. Oh, I take that back. You are impressive. King Augustus held the potion and stared at it amazed. Is that enough power for you? We shall see. Here's to the most powerful man in the world. Drinks the potion. Green sparks of magic swirl around King Augustus as he begins to feel overwhelmed by the power. King Augustus forms a magic rope and swings it towards a star. He tries his best to pull the star out of the sky. Yes! I feel the power! I almost have it! The rope breaks. No! I had it! I felt it! Knocks over vials of potion off the table. Maya tries to calm him down. Calm, my love. You need this. Calm. It'll be okay. No, I can't take this wanting that is never satisfied. Listen, you were closer tonight, closer than you have ever been before. That means my magic is working. Let me try the potion again. Again? How long must I wait to obtain the powers of the stars? And you will have it, my dear. Let me take care of it. Tomorrow night, you will have the power. Both worlds will belong to us. From the moment I met you and saw your wish, I knew you were the only woman worthy to be my queen. King Augustus grabbed Amaya as they danced. Oh, my love, you dance magnificently. King Augustus swings and twirls Amaya. Chiro stares at them in disgust. Don't I? It's all in the arm and the bent knee. Oh, darling, such control. King Augustus swung Amaya into a dip as he looked at her from above. Yes, my queen, control is what I have, but I need more power, so do not fail me again. Do you understand, my darling? Of course, my love. King Augustus and Queen Amaya share a kiss. Chiro stares at them more disgust than before. King Augustus lets go of Maya and starts to walk away. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be getting ready for a wishing ceremony. Before you go, will you be granting Eisha's grandfather's wish tonight? I will not. You know she will question you. I know. And I'm prepared. King Augustus walks out of the study and down the stairs to get ready for the ceremony. The song I Want It All by Olivia Logsdon starts to play. King Augustus starts to sing. Before I start, the biggest change that I made to what is this song? This is the things I get, is I'm more so focused it around what he wants. Instead of being like, this is the things I get kind of thing, like he's mad at the people. For that, it's more like, I want the fame, I want the power, I want the things that I deserve, I want it all. He's hungry, obsessed for power. And it truly shows after the fact that he just lost his chance at getting a star from the sky. So, I also changed the position. In the original movie, This Is the Thanks I Get happens right after Dahlia questions the king and Eisha rescues her grandfather's wish. I switched it. Instead of, I think it was more like I switched At All Costs and This Is the Thanks I Get, which I rewrote to I Want It All. So I Want It All is the second song in the script, and then At All Costs, I actually don't know what that's like the 9th song. I don't know. It's actually probably the 8th song. It's somewhere towards the end of the film. Anyway. I simply did that just because the song fits better here than it did somewhere else. So. Also, third verse is completely sung by Amaya. Which, like, she's a villain too of this movie, so it feels right that she will have parts in the song. So, Also, I'm singing this. You can give advice. Please don't be rude about my singing. I am going to sing in a boy's voice for King Augustus. I'll sing in a girl's voice for the third verse. And then I'll try and do both at the same time. If it sounds weird, it's just because I'm trying to act out the parts. If I had a boy with me, I would totally have him sing the first part and I would sing the third part. But that's not how it works. That's not who I have. So I have to sing the whole thing. So please don't be rude in the comments about my singing. And if you have any advice about my songwriting, would love to hear it. If you have any advice about the singing, would love to hear it. Just don't be rude. Okay? Okay, let's do this. I carried on my father's name, brought people from far and wide, filled them with hopes and dreams, filled them with promises I would never keep, 'cause all I wanted was the praise. All I wanted was the power from their wishes, but now they're questioning their king. How dare they? How dare they? Well, they won't be getting back their wishes now. I want the fame. I want the power. I want the things that I deserve. I want it all. I'm magnificent. I put the I and I'm omnipotent. I'm passionate. I'm not petulant. I'm brilliant. Come on, there's more to be said. I'm strong, bold, and brave, and yet you still complain. Ungrateful much. Someone praise me for my benevolence. I want the fame. I want the power. I want the things that I deserve. I want it all. Maya in another room joins in singing. I give him all he wants in hopes of receiving power. I know he'll share, but if he doesn't, I'll steal and rise above, because power fuels me. And then they sing together. We want the fame, we want the power, we want the things that we deserve. We want it all, we want the fame, we want the power, we want things that we deserve. We want it all. The song ends as all the citizens rose and gather in the courtyard of the castle. King Augustus and Queen Amaya appear on stage with magic. Everyone claps and cheers in amazement. Are you ready, Rosas? The people cheer loudly. Some even say, pick me, pick me, pick me. Once a month, we grant a wish, and once a month someone gives their wish to the king when they turn 18, of course. So tonight, we have 2 new citizens ready to give their wish. Helena and Esteban. You're going to be very happy here, I promise. Now make a wish. A yellow glow illuminates from their chest, and hold it in your heart. A blue ball comes out of their chest and into the king's hand. The citizens felt relieved yet confused at the same time. It's a real weight off, isn't it? They walk off stage and the ceremony continues. Before I continue, there's something I want to say. A lot of people have been doing this thing with the rewrite where, I don't know if I said this yesterday, where the people don't know that they forget their wishes. In my rewrite, they know that they forget their wishes. A lot of stuff that I like the whole they forget their wish. I like that from the original film. But they didn't expand on that. They didn't expand on the effects. I have an entire scene in Act 3 devoted to where Amara and Basir and Tristan all talk about how they feel after the fact that they've forgotten their wish. They need to say that they've forgotten. They need to show the side effects. Because if they don't show the side effects of how they've forgotten their wish, then we don't really know how to relate or feel with these people, because they're just people. They're not feeling anything. We need to know how forgetting their wish affects them. If we don't know, then we can't really feel anything for these characters. And that was something that I really think wasn't done well in the film, which is sad, because Wish had so much potential to be one of the greatest Disney princess movies ever, and it's just mid. It falls flat, and I hate to say that, because for as long as I can remember, I've always been a fan of Disney, and now it's like recently I'm like not a fan of Disney. I'm an older fan of Disney, but then again, I don't like Disney, period. And it's simply because of the direction that they've been going. But I digress. I really hope they turn stuff around. Who knows? Anyway, let's continue. Okay then. Who is ready to have their wish granted? This month, the king and I have picked someone who has waited very patiently. Someone who's been following all the rules of Rosas and keeping our kingdom nice and clean. They have tirelessly worked for this. So, without further ado, Sonia Osman. Sonia runs up to stage excitedly. Bastille looks rather upset that his wish wasn't granted. I mean it when I say it. It is truly my pleasure to grant your heart's desire. Holds Sonia's wish in his hand as he grants it by turning it into a pair of scissors that allow her to make the most beautiful dresses. To sew the most beautiful dresses in all the land. The scissors turn gold and land in Sonia's hand. My wish! Oh, my wish! How long I have waited for you to be granted! Sonia holds the scissors tightly to her chest. Deep in the crowd, Eisha, her friends, and mother comfort Bastille about his wish not being granted. Eisha puts her hand on her grandfather's back and looks down at the abysmal ground. Act 2 ends. So, you get into a little bit about the villains, who they are. They're very manipulative, very power hungry, and you also get to see, like, they take into a lot of consideration who gets their wish granted. It's not just about what is good for the Kingdom of Rosas. That is mentioned later in the script, that he does what's good for the Kingdom of Rosas, but he also picks people who follow his rules and keep the kingdom nice and clean. That's why everybody's brooming and sweeping and dusting and mopping, and they look miserable while they're doing all this cleaning. So they do that every day. Tristan says something in Act 3 later down the line that he does most of the cleaning while Namari cooks, and other times he sleeps because he doesn't know what to do with his life. He's very less. So the people have these impossible expectations by just cleaning the kingdom. And if you've done a good amount of cleaning, your wish will be granted. If you've kept the rules of Rosas, your wish is likely to be granted. So, I don't know if it's Bastille, probably his wish wasn't granted because he hasn't been able to do much of the cleaning because he's an old man, but the king doesn't care about that. He only grants people's wish who are cleaning the kingdom and keeping in line and following the rules. And Bastille, he can't do those things. He can follow the rules, but he can't help out in the kingdom and clean. He's physically not able to do that. He doesn't have enough energy, is what I'm saying. So it's very sad, and this is going to drive Eisha to figure out a way to fix this system, not just for her grandfather, but also for other people who are not able to follow these rules. So, I hope you enjoyed that reading. That is all I have here to say. Tomorrow I will... Actually, wait, no, not tomorrow. I don't film on Sundays. Monday, I will release Act 3. So, that is what I have to get today. Bye!